Hey and welcome, I'm Hammeh. Today, as the Overwatch anniversary event ends, we're going to be sending it off in style with a roundup of what I think are all 24 dance emotes and their references and origins in one place. All links to sources are in the description below, as well as shoutouts to the places and vids I compiled some of these from. If you think you have a better reference or comparison, please let me know in the comments. Okay, time for all the dances and what I think are their influences with a little fact on each. Let's take it away. First up, Ana. Now this could either be a take on Egyptian or Middle Eastern belly dancing, but there is another theory, thanks to College Up on Reddit for this one. Now Ana has an epic skin in the Lunar New Year called Tal, which is a Korean traditional mask. There is actually a dance that goes along with that called Bongsan Talchim. Here's an example of it, what do you think? Now Bastion's emote name is Robo Boogie, which is certainly a Flight of the Conchords reference, but his emote is actually the dance which is Ride It, the Train. That's a song by the Quad City DJs, who had a #1 with the song and the accompanying dance in 1995. It actually got a second life pretty recently in Dance Central as being one of the tracks you can dance on there. Divas is straight off of Robot Chicken, which kind of works considering the way her mech works. It's from Voltron Got Served in the little Voltron dance-off sequence. Genji is clearly a fan of some entertainment TV, as he is doing KINJAZ routines. From America's Best Dance Crew in Season 8, they're now a performing dance troupe. What do you think of his moves? Hanzo is doing the Fisherman's Dance, Soran Bushi, a Japanese sea shanty said to be first sung by the fishermen of Hokkaido, northern Japan. One of the most famous traditional songs and dances, it acts out fishermen pulling ropes, dragging nets and heaving heavy objects over their shoulders whilst exerting themselves onto work. Junkrat, well, he's got a nice little combo. It's a running man, but it's not just any running man, it's the Will Smith Fresh Prince running man when he's dancing along to Jazzy Jeff's little drumstick, which is awesome. A little bit of chicken leg thrown in there as well. Lucio, he's kind of got this hip-hop rollerblade dance going on, channeling Michael Jackson as well a bit. There's a really cool dance comparison here. Big shout out to Trade Chat, check out her video version of this in the comments below. She spotted some pretty cool references. McCoy is channeling his western side with an electric slide style line dance. And as for May, well, she's doing the Sunny dance from Hare Hare Yukai, the somewhat infectiously happy ending theme song and dance for the anime The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Moving on to Mercy, and she's straight out of the 70s with The Hustle, a disco song by songwriter McCoy and the Soul City Symphony. It got a Grammy in 1976 and hit #1 in the Billboards. As for Orisa, well, this is a bit of a tough one. I thought folk dances, almost like Morris dancing here in the UK. If there's any African dances or folk dances you know, do let me know in the comments for this one. Farah, well, pretty easy, a classic air guitar, take your pick for this one. It could be anything from Live Aid through to Spinal Tap. I've taken an example from the Air Guitar World Championships here. As for Reaper, well, he just doesn't dance, but what music would go along to it? Reinhardt is actually channeling his inner Gene Kelly. Dancing with a mop, it's a Gene Kelly waltz from the film Let Me Call You Sweetheart, as shown here. Gene Kelly, of course, famous for films such as Singing in the Rain, the star of musical films in the 1940s and 50s, and he made ballet acceptable as a film medium to film audiences. He also directed Hello Dolly as well, which was nominated for an Oscar. Now, Roadhog's definitely got a thing with hip-hop. In a line that's not in the game, he references Snoop Dogg, like so.
So much drama going on in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Road H-O-G.
And there's something hip-hop going on with this hog, as his dance is from that field as well. The Gucci Crew too had a song describing the dance, as well as Dr. Dre and DJ Yella, you might know them out of NWA, in the mid-1980s, so this one goes way back. Soldier 76, some people have said he's doing the Team Fortress Engineer dance. From the BlizzCon 2016 art panels, some people have said that the actual reference was one of the artists doing a dad dance. Over to SOMBRA, she is doing some shuffle dancing. Now this was actually confirmed by one of the Overwatch animators as being from YouTube dancer ELENA CRUZ Nishapur. She's dancing to Dombrowski's Wait, a kind of electro swing style, and her YouTube channel is linked in the description here. Please do go check her out. SYMMETRA, some people have said Bollywood dancing, some other people have said KATHAK dancing. It's one of the major 10 forms of Indian classical dance. Now the origin of KATHAK is traditionally attributed to travelling bards of the ancient North India, known as Kathakars or storytellers. I really like this version. Stylistically, KATHAK emphasises rhythmic foot movement with small bells, and the movement harmonised to the music. Legs and torso are generally pretty straight, and the story is told through arm gestures, upper body movement, facial expressions, and the eyes and the foot movements are the main focus of the dance. Torbjorn, well, he seems to be channeling Mario and Luigi off the end of the Mario live action show, which I used to love watching as a kid. What do you think about this? Tracer is doing the Charleston straight out of the Roaring '20s. The '20s were a time of sustained Western economic prosperity with a little bit of a cultural edge developing as people express themselves. The Charleston originated in the Broadway show Runnin Wild and became one of the most popular hits of the decade, with the accompanying dance being very popular as well. As for WIDOWMAKER, well, we know that she was a ballerina in a past life, a noted ballerina in the Paris Ballet of some description, so it's quite likely that she's channeling one of the performances she did there. Now, it could be something, it's kind of a little bit like some of the dances from Swan Lake, also it could be Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, little hints of that in there as well. Any ballet experts, please do chime in the comments, not my strongest field, I'll be honest. Winston, well, he's doing the twists. Now, a lot of people have said Pulp Fiction, and it certainly looks like that from his head movements. John Travolta and Uma Thurman as Vincent Vega and Mia Wallace. Vincent Vega is escorting his boss's and rather dangerous man's wife, Mia, for an evening of dining and dance, and quite a lot of drugs too, as it turns out. The film won an Oscar for Quentin Tarantino, one of the classics. This dance was actually popularised by Chubby Checker in the USA, along with the accompanying song, in the 1960s. Here's an example of that as well. Now, a lot of people have referenced Zaria's dance as being Team Fortress Man Aerobics. However, both of them are drawing on the same source material. This is the 1988 National Aerobic Championship that's become a little bit of a meme in itself in terms of the enthusiasm of the dancers, the moves, and of course, the music too. So for you TF2 fans wondering why Zaria is doing soldier or heavy spots, this is the joint inspiration for both of them.
Boom! Yeah, I slapped my bum.
Last but not least is Zenyatta. Now he seems to be doing kind of Tai Chi, an internal Chinese martial art practiced for kind of defense training as well as its health and composure benefits. Some forms of Tai Chi, especially known for being very slow movement focused in order to concentrate on the self. It's almost a kind of mindfulness. There we have it, hope you enjoyed those. I think most are right. Orisa and Zen, specifics of WIDOWMAKER's ballet and SYMMETRA dance. If any of you guys are good on those, please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please do throw a like, subscribe, comment, share. It really helps me out. And stay tuned for all of your usual Overwatch lore videos coming up this week. Now, I've scoured a few different sources. Please do check all of those out in the comments below, as well as a couple of different videos and an article that I had a look at as well. And do let me know your favourite dance in the comments too. Cheers for tuning in. I've been Hammeh. Take it easy.